Good day, everyone. My name is Bahtiar Amru and I'm from seminar on ELT CLAS, and I'm gonna presentate about the use of storytelling in teaching speaking skill among young learners. So start with the abstract. In delivering speaking and reading material, a strategy is needed to guide the students in reading and speaking comprehension. The teachers must prepare any plans to develop the students comprehend to the text of the story that they need to use while practicing the material. This article is centered on the read, speak, act, and practice step and strategy to make students get more advantages of the use of storytelling in the class. So in every strategy there is the reading step, listening to the teacher giving the examples of how to read the words, and speaking practice as the last step. With this step that has already been decided and prepared, it will have the purpose to make the students get the point of the material, which starts with listening to the teacher, reading, and speaking with practice for the assessment of the students. Next, we go to the introduction. So, speaking is a type of verbal correspondence in a language which can make us know how to talk to each other. Besides that, our abilities and speaking also need to be improved in many ways to get what student already planned before. It is known that speaking is one of the most important skills that have to be mastered by a student. In teaching, teachers would mostly use speaking to teach the students with a proper and right example on delivering the materials. That is why teachers need to develop their ideas to get what teachers need to increase in any method, and what type of step that teachers might take. So, and every step will have a lot of impact that to get anything that teachers need to develop in their research. So, the better plan in this research is would need more preparation on what teachers will get for the impact and input when young learners get through the use of this method to get any input from the use of storytelling, which needs to increase the young learner's speaking skill. It can be our struggle to get this method to match with a plan and steps that teachers already prepared in a fixed list of what to do. One and only thing that can't be useful in this kind of problem is the determination of the ideas in developing the storytelling to be an interesting topic for young learners. Based on the problem that young learners cannot handle is how they need to read and act on some words that show on the storytelling text, but as a teacher starts with reading them the story and can lead the story with telling one by one of young learners to read it out loud, then they can get the feedback and correction from the teacher about how they pronounce the words. If it could be working with the right and matched steps, then teachers are good to go or continue the method with using storytelling for teaching the young learners. Now we go to the discussion. In this article, the other variety of how to utilize a similar strategy is advertised. In light of exact encounters in educating in a grade school, the narrating method is utilized as follows. First step is start with visual guides show. By showing visual guides, students will more probably understood and out for code them to the educator. For example, instructor brings a 10,000 foot view showing creatures in a wildlife. Second step is ensure understudies focus and get eager. Some straightforward inquiries can likewise be raised. When the understudies have completely focused, been completely drawn in and energetic, it will at the point be simpler for instructor to start the narrating. The third step is recount the story by including dynamic motions, pantomimes, and sound as indicated by the plot. In this meeting, educator recounts the story in a total variant. Dynamic signals, pantomimes, and sounds are energetically prescribed to use as these paralinguistic highlights are unequivocally persuasive to make the understudies genuinely connected with it, with and straightforward. And the fourth step is understudies can be approached to rehash certain vocabulary or emulate the signals. This meeting is allowed to understudies an opportunity to rehearse the vocabularies. By doing this, the students are bound to recall the vocabulary in a more drawn out period, just as to have the option to figure out the vocabularies logically. And the last step is understudies practice the story by acting it out. They get an opportunity to work on communicating in English relevantly by getting an opportunity to utilize the English vocabularies they have recently obtained. These understudies' talking ability will improve. The vocabularies, articulation, the familiarity, and particularly the perception will increment because of the given local circumstance that is made from the story. And then we go to the conclusion. So, storytelling is an elective showing procedure which includes the blend of composed word, tuned acting, emulation, dance, and pretend that give capacity to produce character and make an obvious end result. It is one of the elective methods improve talking ability, particularly in primary school. Other than that, the means of executing narration can be altered depending on the instructor's style, understudies, necessities, and learning environments. The strengths of understudies' fulfilling channels are diminishing. In addition, it confuse openings for intelligent discourse. Cultivative, collective undertaking sustain the soul of requests and add to the development of new information. In any case, there are a few shortcomings of narrating containing the restriction of time, the need for a decent readiness of the story, and the solid interest of having a decent comprehension of the story. So that's it, my presentation for this occasion. Thank you for watching and listening. Be safe. Thank you.